So we put this slide together for school-related case reports because obviously a lot of our juveniles who commit crimes in our area also go to schools in our area. The difference I showed, like in where it says SRO program, that's when we had an SRO program, and now when we don't have an SRO program. I do know people have different opinions of having school resource officer. I wanted to show the actual numbers, and I will express my opinion on school resource officers and the value that they provide to the police during investigations, as well as the value they provide to family members who are, we saw the numbers, who are actually seeking help from the police on how to get their kids out of gangs, out of troubles, and out of constantly getting in trouble in school. And you can see significant difference, especially when it comes to middle schools. Okay. Meadowdale Middle School is, as you can see, 283% increase. That's pretty significant. That stands out by just looking at numbers alone. The next slide is very similar in appearance, but what it shows is the difference between case reports and actual calls for service when the schools call us, whatever that might be. Somebody who is not allowed on school properties is there, or some sort of activity that they are very concerned about. School lockouts, right? Any kind of emergency where they call the police because they feel that their kids are in danger. Significant increase and a huge difference again. Meadowdale Middle School, when we had school resource officer, and now that we don't. Okay. Again, I do know, I read a lot and I listen to people, and I understand there is different opinions on whether to have a school resource officer or not. I see both sides. I know I understand the arguments, but the numbers are exactly what it shows. And in my opinion, most significantly, when we show the numbers of parents who are telling us that we want to speak to the police, we want to ask for additional help, that's probably even more important when they can go to school resource officer and discuss something with them directly. School resource officers do exist, obviously, for example, Everett School District, and then it's very helpful because we're able to speak to school resource officers and identify who the offenders are. This is, I can use any of the Lynnwood cases. Maybe we can use the mall shooting case as an example, right? 13-year-old came to the mall to purchase a small gift for her younger brother and died just because somebody felt they needed to do something. Right? In order for us to find these offenders very quickly, we rely a lot on schools, and we rely a lot on parents, because parents know there is no turning back from something that is done like that, of that violent nature. So that's all my slides. I know I'm not much into slides, but I was hoping that maybe you had a chance to look at them. Maybe you were having some conversations with community members. Maybe you have questions about cases, whatever that might be, we can answer them.